Hello everyone, Brooklyn is in the house, and today we're going to be looking at the CZ-3A1, one of my most favorite PDW weapons to use. I actually go in a 13-man kill streak here later on in the video. This video is filled with double kills, triple kills, quad kills, pentakills, you name it. It's one of those weapons that you don't want to really leave home without it because it's just such a powerful weapon to use. It only has 22 max damage, but the fast fire rate can actually take out multiple peoples whether they get one shot or two shots. And drop off with this gun starts at 20 meters, so you guys are going to see that I try to get nice and close to my enemies or stay around the mid-range parameter because of its ability to actually have a fast recoil decrease with a 7.7, so your weapon actually falls back down after burst firing. So burst firing with this weapon in mid-range is a viable situation, but you want to be careful with how much ammo you're dispersing after every kill. Now you're going to see here a lot of enemies actually get one shot or two shots off on me, and I'm still able to take them down. I went 44-9 in this match, which is actually one of my best matches so far. This video in general is actually one of my best videos right now because of the sheer power that I showed with this weapon. A lot of people got really caught off guard, and just it wasn't even filled with noobs. It was actually some veterans on the other team. They just didn't know how to handle me. Using the 93R as well for some added punch with the sidearm. It's a very quick one with burst fire rating as well, and I just overall had a lot of fun using this weapon. Now in this match, I decided to stay around the certain areas that I knew it was going to be filled with enemies, normally the tunnels and this outer perimeter, but I normally gauged my engagements due to what was showing on the mini-map. So if I knew the spawn was going to start flipping after a certain point, I just start my engagements from that side. Now when I was hip firing with this weapon, I noticed that I didn't really move my feet as much as I should, but it kind of helped me out in the long run anyways, because with a 0.6 recoil increase while you're strafing left and right, it's a little bit better to actually stay put and actually move your arms instead of your feet. And I really decided not to use an accessory for my barrel or a laser sight. I just went bare with it with a stubby grip and a Cobra red dot sight. I felt like that was the better way to go about it, and a lot of opponents didn't even notice me on the mini-map because of just the quickness of how this weapon fires. I was able to come off the mini-map just as fast, so it really didn't matter if I had a suppressor or a flash hider, which I love to run the flash hider in all my engagements because it just keeps you off the mini-map and just your survivability really increases with that. And also shotgunners really had a hard time dealing with me in this match too because they weren't able to get the shot off while I was able to get at least 5 to 6 to 7 bullets. And just like I mentioned previously, knowing where the guys are going to be at in every single situation really helped me out, so I was able to hover around these points, and people honestly came back for more. They really wanted to, fight me and actually win against me, which actually catered to this weapon because they just kept running into my field of view and it just wasn't working out for them. Especially on this map, CZ-3A1, there's areas where you play this game long enough, you actually know where they're going to be spawning. So after you clear up an area, you can just go around here and check like I am now, just to see if these guys are actually going to be coming from these sides, and hold and behold, they are, and I was able to take out a couple of them with no problem. One of the things that frustrated me the most about this match is, as you guys can see the leaderboard right there, I am the only one with over 10 kills. I was 23-4 and the person underneath me had 4 kills. Like, that is seriously unbelievable. I was literally carrying the whole team the whole way, and honestly that's just my role most of the time anyways, so I'm not too bothered by it. I guess if we were losing, I guess I would have been more annoyed that I was doing all the work and that my team really wasn't performing to their abilities, but hey, it is what it is, and I was absolutely wrecking this team, and especially right here. This is what I'm talking about, just catching these guys off guard. Like they have no idea that I'm just hovering around, and I know that I'm being shown on the mini-map, so I tend to switch my side around, left to right, before the next engagement, and just moving on ahead, taking these guys out one by one. And this right here will be considered the climax of the video, the real part where I actually go on a real rampage. I didn't feel too comfortable hip firing this weapon at all, even though it does have a decent hip fire. I felt like I was able to mitigate the recoil a lot better with my joystick if I aim down sights, but there will be some moments where I do hip fire like you guys saw there. And here's just a simple case of knowing where the enemy is going to be spawning from, and I actually use my teammates as recon. So if I saw that they were clustered up in the side of a map and I heard a lot of gunfire coming from those areas, then I gravitated towards those spots. This poor soul right here thought he could knife me from 5 meters away, ended up backfiring on him. So I overall used this weapon with great success in this map. This map was actually one of the better ones to use it on, since it's more of a CQB map. But I had a lot of fun using this weapon. Some people may consider this weapon to be overpowered, but I actually think it's a good one because it can actually hold up against shotguns and a FAMAS or AEK, as a lot of people don't really use the FAMAS or AEK anymore, as I've seen before, but it is a wonderful weapon to use. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, stay loyal to your tactics.